Everyone thought we were crazy. The moment we told people we were taking our kids to Greece during a massive summer heat wave, you could see the judgment in their eyes. "It'll be way too hot," they'd say. "The kids are going to be miserable." And for a second there, we almost believed them. But we went anyway. We already had made arrangements. And what we found was that you can absolutely have an amazing family holiday in Greece when the mercury is climbing. In fact, the heat kind of forces you to slow down and experience the country in a more authentic, relaxed way. We discovered the secrets to not just getting by, but actually loving it. These are the 10 hacks that changed everything for us, letting us explore ancient ruins and swim in crystal clear water, all without a single meltdown. So if you want to know how we pulled it off, stick around. Hack 1: Daybreak is your friend. Okay, let's be real. The midday sun in Greece is no joke. This is similar to Italy. It is intense. You feel it on your skin, you can see the heat shimmering off the ancient stones, and you just know that dragging your kids through a historical site at 2 p.m. is a complete recipe for disaster. Actually, it's dangerous. Seeing all that incredible history was our top priority, but we knew we had to be smart about it. That's how we came up with our first and most important hack, the Dawn Patrol mission. Forget everything you know about lazy holiday mornings. In a heat wave, you flip your whole schedule upside down. We made it our mission to be standing at the gates of places like the Acropolis or the Palace of Knossos the second they opened. We'd have a quick, early breakfast and be out the door while the air was still cool, and the tour buses were just a distant rumble. The payoff was incredible. We experienced these breathtaking places with hardly any crowds and in totally comfortable temperatures. It felt like we had them all to ourselves. And here's a pro tip. Always check the official websites before you go. During extreme heat, authorities often close major sites like the Acropolis in the afternoon for safety. By going early, you guarantee you won't miss out. By 11 a.m., just as the sun was really starting to bake, we were already done with the day's biggest adventure. So, you're back from your dawn patrol, and now the name of the game is managing the rising temperature. The most obvious thing, which we all somehow forget, is hydration. You can't just nag your kids to drink more water. You have to make it a constant, easy, and even fun part of the day. Hack 2 and 3: water, snacks. This brings us to hack number 2, strategic hydration. We didn't just have one giant water bottle. Every single one of us had our own. The kids had reusable bottles they picked out themselves, which actually made them want to drink from them. We were all sipping constantly, not waiting until we felt thirsty. You can also freeze a partial bottle of water the night before, so that it slowly melts and you have cool water to drink. Remember, you can't do this with a full water bottle, otherwise it'll explode with the expanding ice. And a great little tip is that the price of bottled water at kiosks in Greece is regulated, so it's always cheap to grab a cold one. We also skipped the sugary sodas entirely, because they can actually make you more dehydrated. This leads perfectly into hack number 3, the snack game. It didn't take us long to figure out that the best snacks are hydrating snacks. We'd pop into the local markets and stock up on juicy, ice-cold watermelon, sliced cucumbers, and fresh peaches. They're packed with water and so unbelievably refreshing. A big bowl of Greek yogurt with a drizzle of honey is another perfect cooling snack. It's light, healthy, and a total world away from the heavy, hot foods you want to avoid. Salty snacks can also be enjoyed in moderation to put salt back into your body. So don't feel bad with a spinach and cheese pie, spanakopita or tyropita, either, as they're delicious and fresh. This wasn't just about stopping the "I'm hungry" whines. It was a key part of our strategy to keep everyone cool and happy. Hack 4: embrace the siesta and the power of the home base. By about 1 or 2 in the afternoon, the heat is peaking. The streets go quiet, the only sound is the loud buzzing of cicadas, and all the locals have vanished. This is when you have to fight that tourist instinct to push through and make the most of the day. Trust me, that's a fast track to exhausted, grumpy kids and equally grumpy parents. Not to mention the chance to get sunstroke. Stay out of the midday heat and take a nap. Instead, we committed to hack number 4, embrace the midday siesta. This was absolutely non-negotiable for our family. From roughly 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., we were indoors. We stopped seeing it as lost time and started seeing it as part of the local rhythm. It's the Greek secret weapon for avoiding meltdowns and recharging for the evening. And this is where your choice of home base becomes so important. We made sure to book a villa with two things: good air conditioning and a pool. That pool became our private little oasis. The kids would swim for hours, we'd read in the shade, and everyone got some crucial quiet time. Whether it's a hotel with a great pool or a rental with a cool living room, having a real refuge from the peak heat is what makes the whole trip work. It's the difference between a vacation that drains you and one that actually recharges you. Hack 5, dress for success, and Hack 6, sunscreen as a ritual. Alright, while we're chilling out during our siesta, let's talk about gear. When you're up against sun this powerful, what you wear and how you protect your skin isn't a minor detail. It's a huge part of the plan. That's hack number 5, dress for success. We packed very intentionally. Everything was loose-fitting, light-colored, and made of natural, breathable fabrics like cotton and linen. We avoided dark colors that soak up the heat and stuck to whites, beiges, and pastels that reflect it. And wide-brimmed hats were mandatory for everyone, not just baseball caps. You need something that covers your face, ears, and the back of your neck. It sounds so basic, but dressing the part makes a huge physical difference in how you feel. You can always use an umbrella for shade if you don't want to wear a hat. Right alongside that is hack number 6, sunscreen as a ritual. This isn't a slap some on in the morning and hope for the best kind of deal. We turned it into a full-blown routine. High SPF sunscreen went on before we left in the morning, and we reapplied it every single time we got out of the water, or every couple of hours, whichever came first. Remember, sunscreens are not all the same. So remember to find sunscreen that protects against both UVA and UVB rays. We had a bottle in our bag at all times. By making it a consistent, no arguments rule, it just became part of the day like brushing teeth. No sunburns, no drama. Hack 7, water is your playground. Once the siesta is over and everyone's rested, that afternoon energy starts to creep back in. But the sun is still pretty strong. So what's the move? For us, the answer was always water. Hack number 7 is to just fully accept that water is your playground. Late afternoon became our prime time for the beach or the pool. The sea is basically nature's air conditioning. We looked for family-friendly beaches with calm, shallow water where the kids could play safely for hours. A lot of beaches in Greece are organized, which means you can rent a couple of sunbeds and a big umbrella. Sometimes they even have options for food and drink delivery. Trust me, that umbrella shade is your home base on the sand. We also brought a few of those little misting spray bottles and water guns, which were a massive hit with the kids for a quick cool down. It's all a mindset shift. Instead of hiding from the heat, you use the best thing Greece has to offer, its amazing coastline, to beat it. That gorgeous Aegean Sea is too beautiful to miss. So by choosing the right time to go, you can really enjoy that crystal clear, turquoise water. Hack 8, the golden hour adventure. When late afternoon starts to melt into early evening, something truly magical happens in Greece. The bright, intense sun softens into this warm, golden glow. The air starts to cool down, and a gentle breeze usually picks up. This is the golden hour, and it quickly became our favorite time of day. Our 8th hack was to save a second, smaller adventure for this golden hour. This is the perfect time to explore those picture-perfect, whitewashed villages. We'd just wander through the narrow, winding alleys that are naturally shady and cool. We'd peek into little shops, find a local playground, or take a walk along the harbor to watch the fishing boats bobbing in the water. The light is stunning for photos, the temperature is great, and there's this renewed buzz in the air as everyone comes back out. It honestly felt like we got a whole second day packed into one. Hack 9 and 10. Eat like a local and embrace the evening. Our last 2 hacks are all about getting into that Greek evening rhythm. One of the biggest mistakes tourists make is trying to eat dinner at 6 or 7 p.m. If you do, you'll find that most restaurants are either empty or just filled with other tourists, and the service is just starting for the evening crowd. So hack number 9 is dine like a local, and that means eating late. We wouldn't even think about dinner until around 9 p.m., right when the tavernas start buzzing with local families. The air is finally cool, the atmosphere is amazing, and it's the most authentic experience you can have. We'd also stick to light, fresh foods, the best that Greek cuisine has to offer. Things like grilled fish, calamari, big Greek salads, local boiled greens, varieties of olives and dips. Nothing too heavy that would make you feel hot and sleepy. And whenever we sat down for dinner, we used our final hack, number 10. The breeze is your friend. It's such a simple strategy, but it works. We would actively look for the breeze. We'd pick a taverna with tables right next to the sea. When we were choosing a beach for the afternoon, we'd sometimes even pick one on the windier side of the island. That constant air movement is nature's fan, and it makes all the difference. Learning to work with the elements instead of fighting them was the real secret to our trip. So, was it crazy to take our kids to Greece in a heat wave? Not at all. Looking back, I wouldn't trade it for anything. The heat made us slow down, be more intentional about our travel itinerary, and sync our family's clock to the clock of Greece itself. We discovered the simple joy of an early morning, the quiet luxury of a midday rest, and the pure magic of a long, late dinner by the sea. By planning our days with the heat in mind and leaning into the Greek way of life, we got to understand why the countries around the Mediterranean often close midday. We got to relish the beautiful landscape like a local, and we proved that with the right attitude, you can absolutely beat the heat and have the family adventure of a lifetime. The memories we made on those sun-drenched shores are all the proof we need. Do you have other tips to share to beat the heat? Please let me know in the comments section, and like and subscribe for more tips. Thanks, or Yef Charisto in Greek.